Helen Hunt is 61, try not gasp when you see her today. Helen Hunt has painted a vibrant Hollywood journey where the dazzling glow of youth has now given way to the harsh lines of time. Born into an artistic California family, she once embodied fresh beauty. But time spares no one, and whispers have begun, where's the Helen of old? The looks that were once her secret weapon seem to have faded, leaving a lingering question. Can sheer talent keep her in the spotlight? Or will a waning beauty mark the end of a star? Step into Helen Hunt's story, where a glorious past meets a contentious present, and uncover what truly defines a legend. Please like, subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you won't miss any new videos. Helen Hunt burst onto the scene in Culver City, California, cradled by a family pulsing with artistic flair. Her mother, Jane Elizabeth, captured life's moments through her lens as a gifted photographer, while her father, Gordon Hunt, reigned over film, voice acting, and theatre, shaping talents as an acting coach with a commanding presence. Creativity ran deep. Her uncle, Peter H. Hunt, claimed his own spotlight as a director, once helming a Tony-winning production of 1776, while her maternal grandmother, Dorothy Fries, fine-tuned voices as a seasoned coach. Digging into her roots, Hunt's paternal grandmother carried a vibrant German Jewish heritage, a contrast to the English bloodline of her other grandparents, including a maternal grandfather who first drew breath in England. Their Methodist faith wove a quiet strength through the family tapestry, setting the stage for Hunt's own remarkable path. When Helen Hunt was just 3, her world flipped upside down in the best way possible. Her family packed up and traded California sunshine for the electric buzz of New York City. Her father, a theatre maestro, plunged into the city's vibrant stage scene, giving little Helen a front-row seat to a whirlwind of live performances. She didn't just watch. She absorbed the magic of Broadway, catching shows multiple times a week, her young imagination ignited by the drama and dazzle unfolding before her. Fast forward to her teen years, and she wrapped up high school at Providence High School in Burbank, California, a place known for churning out creative souls. But Hunt wasn't done exploring. She twirled into the world of ballet, her grace catching eyes, and even tested the academic waters at UCLA for a fleeting moment. Those early chapters, filled with theatre lights, pirouettes, and a taste of college life, laid the groundwork for a journey that would soon captivate audiences everywhere. Comment star if you believe Helen Hunt was destined for a life in the spotlight. Helen Hunt burst into the spotlight as a pint-sized powerhouse in the 1970s, igniting her acting career with a flair that left a lasting mark. At just 9, she snagged the role of Robin Trask, a spunky classmate of Christy McNichol, in a 1976 episode of Family, already hinting at her knack for stealing scenes. By 1977, she was sprinkling her charm across TV screens, playing Murray Slaughter's daughter with a twinkle in her eye on the Mary Tyler Moore Show. That same year, she dove into the big screen as George Siegel's daughter in the pulse-pounding roller coaster, traded quips with Lindsay Wagner in a high-tech showdown on The Bionic Woman, and ventured into sci-fi territory with Arc 2's Omega episode, where she faced a post-apocalyptic world. Not one to slow down, she anchored the cast of The Swiss Family Robinson and turned heads as a rebellious joint-rolling classmate on The Facts of Life, proving she could play sweet and sassy with equal gusto. In 1982, Hunt took a daring leap, quite literally, portraying a teen spiraling on PCP who hurls herself from a second-story window in the gritty TV movie Desperate Lives. She'd later roast that wild moment during a 1994 Saturday Night Live monologue, showing off her knack for self-aware humor. That year, she also hopped aboard the ABC sitcom It Takes Two, a short-lived romp that still showcased her comedic chops. By 1983, she was trading lines with the legendary Mickey Rooney in Bill, On His Own, a touching TV tale, and stepping into the cleats of Tammy Maeder in Quarterback Princess, a true story triumph about a girl breaking barriers in football. Her recurring role on St. Elsewhere as Clancy Williams, the spirited love interest of David Morse's Boomer, kept hospital halls buzzing, while her gut-wrenching turn as a pregnant cancer patient in a 2-part Highway to Heaven episode tugged at heartstrings, revealing a depth that belied her young age. From roller coasters to gridirons, Hunt's early years were a thrilling ride of versatility and grit. Drop one if you remember her fearless leap in Desperate Lives, iconic and unforgettable. As the mid to late 80s swept in, Helen Hunt traded TV's small screen for the cinematic big leagues, winning over teenage crowds with her raw, magnetic vibe. She stormed onto the scene in 1984's Trances, rocking a punk rebel look in a sci-fi thriller that had her blasting through time with a leather-clad edge. The next year, she flipped the script in Girls Just Want to Have Fun, playing the steadfast sidekick to an army brat, grooving alongside Sarah Jessica Parker and Shannon Doherty in a dance-fueled romp that became a sleepover staple. In 1986, she caught the eye of Francis Ford Coppola, landing a role in Peggy Sue Got Married as the sharp-witted daughter of Kathleen Turner's time-tripping mum, navigating high school halls and family chaos with equal finesse. By 1987, Hunt was monkeying around literally in Project X, teaming up with Matthew Broderick as a grad student, unraveling a secretive Air Force plot involving chimps, her curiosity as electric as the chemistry on set. In 1988, she poured heart into Stealing Home, playing Hope Wyatt, the soulful sister to Mark Harmon's troubled Billy, with heavy hitters Jodie Foster and Harold Ramis adding heft to a story of baseball and bittersweet bonds. She capped the decade in 1989's Next of Kin, stepping up as the fierce, pregnant wife of a by-the-book cop, staring down danger beside Patrick Swayze and Liam Neeson in a gritty clash of family and vengeance. From punk rock to police precincts, Hunt's 80s run was a roller coaster of bold moves and unforgettable flair. In 1990, Helen Hunt took the stage alongside Tracy Ullman and Morgan Freeman in a rollicking Wild West twist on The Taming of the Shrew, performed under the open sky at Central Park's Delacorte Theatre. The following year, she dove back into sci-fi territory with Trances 2, a direct-to-video sequel to her 1984 punk rock breakout, and led the short-lived sitcom My Life and Times, which flickered out after just 6 episodes. In 1992, she hit her stride with a whirlwind of roles. A married woman entangled in an affair with a writer in the drama The Water Dance, a travel agent smitten with a dollhouse designer in the breezy rom-com Only You, a sharp field reporter in the mockumentary Bob Roberts, and a fresh-faced agent in Mr. Saturday Night. That same year, she wrapped up her Trances saga as Lena in Trances 3, her 4th and final go-round in the series, capping off a 5-film blitz. Hunt's star truly ignited with Mad About You, the 1992-99 sitcom, where she sparred and sparked with Paul Reiser as a savvy PR whiz and half of a quirky New York couple. The role catapulted her to fame, earning her Emmy Gold in 1996, 1997, 1998, and 1999. By the show's final season, she and Reiser were raking in a cool $1 million per episode, equivalent to $1.9 million today. And she even stepped behind the camera to direct several episodes, including the heartfelt finale. In 1995, she teamed up with Nicolas Cage in Kiss of Death, playing the gritty wife of an ex-con in Queens in a loose reimagining of the 1947 noir classic. Then came 1996's Twister, where she and Bill Paxton chased tornadoes and dodged disaster as storm researchers. Filming wasn't all smooth sailing. Blinding lights left them seeing stars, and a filthy ditch demanded hepatitis shots. But the payoff was massive. Twister stormed to the second highest grossing spot of the year, hauling in $494.5 million worldwide. In 1997, Hunt clinched an Oscar for Best Actress in As Good as It Gets, melting hearts as a waitress and single mum who softens the edges of Jack Nicholson's prickly, obsessive-compulsive novelist. Their chemistry crackled from the start, a frequency we both could tune into, she said, and critics raved about her stunning turn in a dynamic that danced between fire and ice. The film raked in $314 million globally, cementing her as a Hollywood force. In 1998, she voiced the love interest of Moe Szyslak in a Simpsons episode, Dumbbell Indemnity, and brought Shakespeare's Viola to life in Twelfth Night at Lincoln Center, proving her range stretched far beyond the screen. In 2000, Helen Hunt dazzled audiences with 4 films, starting with a double dose in October. First, she sparkled in the comedy Dr. T and the Women, as one of the vibrant women orbiting a wealthy gynecologist played by Richard Gere. Then in the drama Pay It Forward, she brought depth to her role as the love interest of Kevin Spacey's scarred schoolteacher, earning praise from critic Roger Ebert for shining through the film's heavy-handed moments. December delivered two more hits: What Women Want, where she traded witty banter and romance with Mel Gibson as his co-worker, and Castaway, where she anchored Tom Hanks's stranded FedEx worker as his steadfast girlfriend. Both films raked in massive box office hauls, cementing her hot streak. In 2001, Hunt teamed up with Woody Allen for The Curse of the Jade Scorpion, playing a sharp-tongued efficiency expert turned jewel thief under a shady hypnotist's spell. Though the film didn't soar, Roger Ebert cheered her sassy performance, likening it to Rosalind Russell's iconic turn in His Girl Friday. She returned to Broadway in 2003 with Yasmina Reza's Life X3, then slipped into the role of a cunning femme fatale in 1930 New York for the 2004 drama A Good Woman, though the AV Club quipped she seemed a tad out of her element. In 2006, she joined an all-star ensemble in Emilio Estevez's Bobby, a gripping look at the hours before Robert F. Kennedy's assassination. Her work in the film earned her a nod for a Screen Actors Guild Award for Best Cast and a win at the Hollywood Film Festival for Best Ensemble. Hunt took a bold leap in 2007 with her directorial debut, Then She Found Me, where she also starred as a 39-year-old Brooklyn teacher, blindsided by the arrival of her larger-than-life biological mother, played by Bette Midler. Inspired by Eleanor Lipman's novel, Hunt fought to bring the story to life, writing the script and scraping together funds when studios passed. Her persistence paid off. San Francisco Chronicle's Ruther Stein hailed her touchingly real performance as the best of her career, outshining even her Oscar-winning As Good as It Gets. As director, she masterfully balanced Midler's flamboyance and drew pitch-perfect turns from Matthew Broderick and Colin Firth, proving herself the film's heart and soul. In 2010, Helen Hunt brought her signature nuance to the dramedy every day, playing half of a married duo unraveling under life's mounting pressures. The Los Angeles Times cheered her subtle brilliance, lamenting only that she didn't grace the screen more often. She followed that with Soul Surfer in 2011, embodying the resilient mother of Bethany Hamilton, the Hawaiian surfing phenom whose real-life triumphs inspired the film. Marking her first wide release since 2001's The Curse of the Jade Scorpion, it rode a wave to 47.1 million worldwide. Hunt delivered a fearless turn in 2012's The Sessions, as Cheryl Cohen Green, a sex surrogate opposite John Hawkes and William H. Macy. Stripping down for raw, full-frontal scenes, she later shared how the real challenge wasn't the nudity but the emotional exposure. It was about vulnerability, being naked, yes, but also diving into this character's tender journey. I wanted to honor her story. Critics raved, and her poised, mature performance snagged an Oscar nod for Best Supporting Actress, with The Hollywood Reporter's Todd McCarthy calling it a bold yet grounded triumph. In 2013, she portrayed geneticist Mary Claire King in the indie drama Decoding Annie Parker, earning a mixed but intrigued reception. She then wrote and directed 2014's Ride, starring as a mom chasing her dropout son to California as he trades school books for surfboards. Critics on Rotten Tomatoes praised her acting chops, but noted her directing still needed polish. In 2018's The Miracle season, Hunt stepped into the shoes of Kathy Bresnahan, the real-life coach of Iowa City West High's volleyball team, channeling grit and heart. The next year, she joined the BBC's World on Fire as Nancy Campbell, a fierce journalist echoing war reporter Claire Hollingworth, and slipped back into Jamie Buchman's shoes for Spectrum Originals' limited Mad About You revival. That December, she lent her voice as a guest narrator for Disney World's Candlelight Processional, lighting up the holiday stage. The 2020s kicked off with Hunt in the crime drama The Night Clerk, sharing the screen with Ty Sheridan. By December 2020, news broke of her starring role in Starz's Blindspotting, a series spun from the 2018 film by David Diggs and Rafael Casal. In September 2022, she took London's Old Vic by storm in the European premiere of Eureka Day, proving her spark still burned bright across the pond. In 1994, Helen Hunt found romance with actor Hank Azaria, a spark that led to a wedding in 1999. Their union, however, fizzled out after just 17 months, ending in divorce. By 2001, she'd struck up a new connection with producer Matthew Carnahan, and in 2004, they welcomed a daughter into the world. Their partnership held strong for over a decade before they parted ways in August 2017. If you enjoyed this video, drop MVP in the comments to let me know you made it to the end. Helen Hunt, from a radiant star to a polarizing figure, has proven that her journey transcends beauty, rooted in talent and resilience. Though time may be unforgiving, the legacy she leaves behind remains a story worth telling, a testament that true legends never truly fade. Thank you for watching our channel. If you enjoy this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you won't miss any of our upcoming videos. See you next time and have a great day.